Today, Chinatown is a vibrant area of downtown Los Angeles. It is a place that radiates a variety of colors and hosts an assortment of people from every part of the world. The vast sidewalks promote pedestrian traffic and allow shop owners to display goods on a more personal basis with their potential customers. As people flow along, sounds of trinkets, toys, and noisemakers fill the air, attempting to command attention. Smells of sizzling food and specialty meals captivate the consumers as well. Mornings see the openings of stores and restaurants. Afternoons find crowds actively going to and fro. Evenings witness masses that indulge in the flavors of restaurants. Chinatown is a great urban space unlike any other, where all ethnic groups congregate regardless of day and time. During the mid-1800s, Los Angeles was on the verge of exploding into a powerful metropolis that would rival the stature of already established cities such as Boston and New York. More specifically, one section of Los Angeles was flourishing. This area is today known as Chinatown. This town within a city began with the discovery of gold at Sutter's Mill. A spark was lit that spurred massive migration from the East Coast and tremendous immigration from China. More and more immigrants came over, but they needed jobs to support their families. Most of the Chinese immigrants turned to the Transcontinental Railroad for work. Many immigrated to find new jobs and opportunities because conditions in their home country became less than desirable and even life-threatening. During this time, there was political corruption in China that led to civil wars, starvation, and even in some cases death. For a better life, people fled their country for the American dream. Many gathered into the original site of Chinatown, currently located in Union Station. The original population of Chinatown was just men because of laws prohibiting Chinese immigration and the Exclusion Acts. Eventually these would be repealed and women were allowed into Chinatown. Unfortunately, racial discrimination against Chinese immigrants sprung up not only in Los Angeles, but in the entire state of California. Calle de los Negros, an alley between El Pueblo Plaza and Old Arcadia Street, encompassed all of Chinatown in the late 1800s. The street was an assortment of laundry stores, herb shops, and grocery markets. Growth and economic success followed Chinatown, but the disability to own property due to the Chinese Exclusion Act disabled growth. Soon after Chinatown's image was marred by Chinese gangs, prostitution, and gambling, the owners of the buildings began to sell their deeds. Eventually the land was bought up by the railroad industry in order to create Union Station. A bitter relocation began to take place due to the fact that the Chinese immigrants had no say in the matter of their eviction. The city of Los Angeles did very little in assisting with the relocation of Chinatown, but it was placed on the shoulders of the American-born Chinese generation, primarily Peter Suhu and the Los Angeles Chinatown Project Association. Distinguished as an engineer graduate from the University of Southern California, Suhu collaborated with the involved parties in order to formulate the most efficient plan for New Chinatown. A valiant effort was put forth by local activist Christine Sterling through the creation of Chinatown, even though it did not last. Finally, funds were raised, plans approved, and the green light was given for a new Chinatown on Broadway Avenue, a few streets from the old Chinatown. Two architects were chosen to design the first few buildings of New Chinatown in the traditional Chinese architecture style. The two architects, Earl Webster and Adrian Wilson, held to their guns as they delivered exactly the style the Chinese requested, and on June 25, 1938, New China was officially opened. Through publicity and public speeches, this new Chinatown gained popularity, resulting not only in its expansion, but also in its ability to attract tourists. Through the years, New Chinatown transformed into the great urban space that we can all enjoy today.